a total intake of 90 students. Your mobile is there, just pick it up. So we will quickly start up with the session. This is very, very important journey which has yet to begin. And we as an institution, we do it every year. And since you all are from, I think, Delhi NCR, am I right? Some of you might have come from other places also. But this is very important because it's a platform to help you connect with your professor, who is your program head, Professor Nivedita. And we want to know a bit more about you, your dreams, your aspirations, so that we know how we can contribute to it, because you are our future ambassadors, right? Similarly, you also have to understand what is our expectations, because again, you are our ambassadors. So you all are starting a very important phase of your life. A brief introduction about me. I am Vikram Singh. I basically belong to Dehradun, born and brought up over there. I completed schooling in 97 from an ICSE school, and then I completed graduation. I did masters, and in 2003, I started my professional journey of my job in education sector. This is my 20th year in the higher education sector. And I think all of you must be 16 or 17 years of age, right? You must have been born in 2003 or 4 or maybe 5, correct? But that time I had already started working, and I had 2 years of work ex in the education area. So what I have seen in education, none of you have ever thought of, because education itself has seen a rapid change. And the biggest change which has happened for all of you is the new national education policy. Am I right? Your parents would agree that when we passed out, education was very different. I think I should say it was very simple. Correct? I personally feel more the options, more is the confusion. It is not easy for a student to at all decide what to do. In the last 3-4 years, I have seen a very important and a different thing happening in the Indian higher education, and that is the level of confusion is going higher and higher, no doubts, but the students are picking up a college. They are not picking up a course. And then from college to college, they shift their choices. Is it happening with you or not? There is no harm in applying to multiple colleges. But if I come to Jindal, maybe I take business analytics. If I go to X, I will not name any college, that is against my policy. But if I go to X, I will take this. If I'll go to Y, I will take this. This is not a right approach. If you plan to do business analytics, then you should search for colleges which are in the domain of analytics. Because you are investing 4 important years of your life. Now, with the national education policy, the honors degree is for 4 years. Frankly speaking, I don't know how many of you actually know the meaning of the word honors. All of you. How many of you actually understand what is honors all about technically from the language of UGC? Some people say it is specialization. But since we are talking about you, you have to understand what direction you are heading for, because there is no U-turn. And if there is a U-turn, it's a costly U-turn. Not only in terms of money, which your parents are investing on you. It's a very hard-earned money. And you have to ensure, are you taking the right output out of it? You need to understand, you need to question yourself, because what we expect from you, we will clearly tell you today. Okay? Because when we started this university and until now, we have a set guidelines, a set vision what we have planned, and we are growing steadily into that direction. And the only one reason is we communicate directly with our student and parent community. You would have never seen any advertisement of Jindal for any business school or any other program. We never publish any print ad. We never give any radio jingle. We never give any hoarding. But when I first launched the BBA Honors Business Analytics in 2021, imagine 20 was COVID, 21 was online, we admitted 40 students. Those 40 students came from 22 different states of the country. 22 different states of the country. Last year, we admitted 90 students. They came from 26 states of the country. That is the diversity which I, as the head, wants to bring to the class. Because when I grew up, I understood one thing which definitely matters in our development is who is sitting with me on left and right for the next few years. Whether it is a job, whether it is a study, that person plays a very crucial role in my personality and overall enhancement. Am I right? You may be coming from different schools. If you are from Delhi, if you are from Gurgaon, if you are from any other city, you till now have been interacting with students from your periphery. But now, if you are from Calcutta, you will find your friend who is from Ahmedabad. Somebody is from Bangalore, somebody is from Sikkim, somebody is from J&K. And India changes after every 100 kilometers. We are very proud of our student community. We have 9,000 plus students who are studying right now in OP Jindal University. We are a fully residential campus. And out of those 9,000, 50% are males and roughly 50% are females. That is our geographic segmentation and male-female ratio. We have 1,000 plus faculty members. Our student is to faculty ratio is 1:9. The business school itself has 140 full-time professors. 140. You can go and search in Google. You will not find a business school so young with so high quality of professors who are teaching you. Just go and check their credentials, where they are coming from. We have been able to rope the best of the faculty from the country and outside India as well. There are professors from 115 foreign countries teaching in OP Jindal University. You are not sitting in any normal institution. Why I am saying so? Because this institution is one among the 3 private universities which have been awarded the status of institution of eminence. And that has been done by none other than the Government of India. We started in 2009. We got that status in 2020. In 2019, Jindal University got the first rank in the Swachh Bharat rankings among all the government and private universities, and it stood at the cleanest campus of the country. When you will be taken for the campus tour, you will witness yourself about what is the quality of education, what is the quality of life our students have. More than that, what I believe, this is all important. Food is important, hostel is important, your health is important, sports is important. But what is it something which is above all, as per you? Above all this, what is more important than this? I feel it is your teachers. I feel it is your curriculum. What you are studying today for the next 4 years will determine where you will be. Are you future ready? Are you future ready? And for that, you all need to understand what does a future looks like. What is the requirement of the corporate world in terms of the skills from all of you? I interact with at least 40 to 50,000 students every year. That is the minimum number of parents and students I meet. And I at times feel, very painful because the place where you all are sitting today, I was a student way back in 97. Things were different, situations were different. But if the situation is different today, are you adapting to the change? That's the question you have to ask. Second, when we grew up, everything was judged with marks. If you get above 80% in class 10th, the society, the only one thing was you are meant for engineering. You have to do PCM. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, the trend was you are destined to be an engineer. Still it happens to some extent. If you take commerce, the situation was you have to take commerce with maths. That was again something which was, I'm not against, but yes, I am happy and I am proud to say, I left mathematics in class 12th, just 2 months before my board exams. I did not have any phobia in maths. As I told you, I come from Dehradun, so I always grew up in that environment where I wanted to serve my nation. I want to be in a dress of an army officer. And that time we used to have NDA. NDA had maths of class 10th. When I took up, I did not like chemistry. It never came to me. The toughest part was those valencies and formulas. I could never understand. I got very good grades, not 90s and all, but yes, 80s, decent 80s. But in chemistry, I got 55. I was not happy. I never wanted it to carry forward because if you want to do engineering, you have to take PCM. You have to study it. And merely taking PCM doesn't make everybody a good engineer. Am I right? Now the question is, if you are passing out class 12th, please understand, do not try to compare an apple with an orange. This is the biggest mistake the parents and you all do. When I say apple with an orange, comparing two institutions, a government college with a private college, a private university with a private university. Should you be doing it? I'll ask you one question because 11 o'clock I have to move to another session when I'll again join you. How many of you have filled the application form for more than 3 colleges? For more than 3 colleges. Tell me, fast. Just raise your hand. There is nothing to feel shy. More than 3. Highest number? 5. Anybody who has applied for more than 5 colleges? How many? 7. Yesterday there was a person, there were lot many, 10. 10. And in all 10, all different programs. Should you be doing it? And should you be expecting the result to come same on a higher side? Because the moment you apply, you have to invest your time and energy. You have to find out more. Have you done it? Or after joining a college, or after receiving an offer, or after paying the fees, when you have more than 3-4 options, how will you decide it? How many of you have already got an offer from business analytics from here? All of you have an offer. Okay. Have you joined our official Instagram page? No? Have you joined our LinkedIn page? No? Have you tried to do any effort until now to reach out to any senior? No? That is the disconnect. How will you understand things if you are not taking a right action? How will you understand what is analytics? Who better than a teacher or a senior can tell you? And you all live in a digital direction. That's a digital area. We never had all those links like Instagram and all those Yahoo and all. But the thing is, are you utilizing technology for yourself or not? I don't judge a candidate merely by looking at their 10th and 12th marks. I believe nowhere it is written that today if I have got 70%, I can't do better in my life. One marks in an exam is not enough to decide where I want to be at an age of 25 or 30. But if I am not that 80 or 90 percentiler, if I am not that, what I need to do so that I can bridge the gap between the expectation and the reality. You all come from very good schools. We are proud of our students. But generally what we see, many of you lack in confidence. You lack in public speaking. You lack in communication. Communication is not about just talking in English in a slang language. No. You are preparing yourself for a business world. My professors who are there, they will be telling you how we prepare our students for the corporate world. And for all of you, it becomes more important because you have chosen an area which goes specifically to a particular sector. Do you know what are the top 4 analytics firms? Do you know where are those firms going in terms of their expansion plans? If you don't know, when will you do it? Will you do it after joining? No. That is the disconnect which this generation has. OP Jindal University, to give you a background, was founded in 2009. The Vice Chancellor of the university, Dr. C. Rajkumar, is the youngest Vice Chancellor in the history of India. He founded this university at an age of 34. By that time, he had a master's from Harvard on a full scholarship. He had a master's from Oxford on a full scholarship. He did his LLM from Hong Kong. He was a law graduate from Delhi University of Law, and he was a BCom graduate from Loyola College of Chennai. He was in New York that time, and at that age, imagine 32, 33, he thought of finding an answer, and he got an answer that in spite Indians being best of the brains across the world, occupying top positions, why none of the Indian universities come among the top 200 or 300 of the world? And you all parents agree that Indians are the best. We are very hardworking. But what happened when some time back we had institutions like Nalanda, Takshila, who were considered to be the temple of education? What is happening now? It's a mad craze among the parents and the students that after you complete your 12th, you go abroad. Which is the most ridiculous step to be taken. Never do it. Always do bachelor's from India. I have seen in my career in 20 years, and today also before entering this room, I was answering to 2 lateral entry requests from students who went abroad and they say, now we want to come back. Sir, what is the process of a lateral entry? If you are doing your bachelor's from India and if your friends are going out, do not let it come over here that probably I have missed out something very big. You haven't. Until and unless you have got admission in some good Ivy League university. Utilize that time, money and energy for your masters. Jindal Global University, Jindal Global Business School has collaboration with 175 foreign universities across the world. When we launched this program of business analytics 2 years before, we partnered with Deakin University, Australia, whereby we gave an option that students who are aspiring to have an international exposure, They can go 2 years here and 2 years there. And apart from Deakin University, there are many other universities, all top universities, with which we are currently trying to figure out where our curriculum can align, and when you plan to go abroad, it should be a decent place. Going to London, Canada is not the purpose. You have to find out what is the level of that university. Does it hold any place internationally or not? And if my student, anyone who is studying here, he or she doesn't have to bother for this. Why? Because Government of India has given me an institution of eminence status. None other than QS, the World University Ranking Body, has been ranking Jindal University as #1 private university 3 times in a row in the last 3 years. So if I am being ranked as top 700, definitely I will shake hands with someone who is 500, 400. I will not go to anyone who is lesser than me. Why will I? Yes or no? And who will get the benefit? You all will get the benefit. You don't have to struggle that if I want to have a dream of studying in a good ranked university internationally, I have to struggle for anything. You just have to do one thing. You have to stay committed. You have to stay consistent. So that when the opportunity comes, an opportunity doesn't mean that it will be coming to only 2 students, 3 students. No. As many students. But yes, since you are our ambassadors, you have certain dreams. Live up to those dreams. You have to work. Your parents' responsibility finishes by paying the fees. Tell me, am I right or wrong? Whether you study in Jindal or anywhere, your parents can only pay the fees. What more can they do? I can only give you a good faculty, a good curriculum, a good industrial exposure, a good study abroad opportunity, a good environment. That's it. I cannot go and give your interview or sit for your entrance exam for any placement or job interview. You have to do it. And if you do it, then I can guarantee you there is no shortage of job and you all have a very different career. The question which you have to ask all of you is, am I ready to do hard work for next 4 years and enjoy the next 50 years of my life? Or I am ready to pass this and slog for next 50 years of my life? Time is very competitive. You cannot ignore the competition at all. And that is why at times students say, oh, I got 95%, but I haven't got admission. I am not able to get a job. You have to find the reason why people are saying we are not able to get the job. Is there a shortage of job? No, I don't think so. But yes, the shortage is, do you have the skill which has changed over a period of time and which the corporate world wants? If you don't have that skill, you are out of the market. How AI, how ChatGPT has changed all those things, you all know. But if everything is on website, if everything is on social media, why are you coming here today? Because nothing can replace the human touch. IT cannot do it at all. Whatever content is being put, humans have made it. Na? It cannot come there. Somebody has to write the content. So with that, I would now invite my colleagues, Professor Nivedita, who is the program head of the BBA Honours Business Analytics. I will invite Professor Meenakshi, and who handles the Office of Careers and Professional Development. This is a very important office because it is only in business school. It is nowhere in any other school within the university. So they will be telling you more about the things. I have my colleague, Mr. V.N. Mohan, who handles our internship and our placement processes. And I would be taking your leave. I'll be going and coming back in another 30 minutes. Enjoy the day. Listen to them with open ears. After that, I'll ask you questions, which you never want. All the best. Bye. Thank you. I hope I didn't bore you, huh? डराया तो नहीं ना? I'll just join on.
Hello, now it's visible. Hope I'm visible and I'm audible too. Yeah, so I can come here. So, a warm welcome to all of you, my students and the parents. I'm Professor Nivedita Haldar. I handle this special BBA Business Analytics program, which started this program in 2021, and this is 2023, so you are the third batch of this program. Well, so, you know, why are you doing BBA Business Analytics? Hope you are all know it, and that is why you have chosen this program. Still, I must say this is actually dealing with the study, analysis, and interpretation of all kinds of business data. Okay. So a common question asked by the students when I interact with the student is why BBA Business Analytics, why not BTech or BCA or BSc IT? There are a lot of IT courses around there, okay, after you pass your class 2, right? So the basic difference, I must say, hope you all know, still I'm reiterating again. So if you are very much tech savvy, and you like coding, you like, you know, to be with the laptop 24/7, then I must say the BCA, BSc IT, or, you know, BTech Computer Science will be a suitable options for you. But not all the students are like these. They don't want to spend their entire life with the laptops or doing coding or, you know, doing all kinds of software related things. Rather, many students are, I must say, they are extrovert, they like to interact with people, they like to be in outdoor rather than indoor, mostly. So, and there are some students who like to be involved in the business process. They want to contribute to some, you know, the business process, business revenue generation, this kind of things, or interacting with the business people, organizations, clients, etc. Or they're very comfortable with handling clients or can talk to, you know, a number of people at any given point of time. So for these people, I think the business analytics BBAs are very good options because where in here, actually, this is a conglomerate of two skill sets, one of business management and one is IT. Both, we are merging together to make a blending, okay? Blend of two skill sets of business management and IT knowledge and given unique blending, you know, what is a blended thing is coming out. So it's not that, but blending of these two skill sets, which is very, very needed nowadays in the industry. Okay, why? So, like many of my friends, okay, let me give my background a little bit so that you can understand. I'm a postgraduate from Jadavpur University. I'm a mathematics, applied mathematics MSc. And after that, I did my, you know, PhD from IIM Calcutta. So, IIM Calcutta, you can understand the students who are doing their MBAs, they're all into the corporate world. And many MBAs are there, many batchmates are from IIT graduates as well. So they have done BTech in IITs and then coming into IIM Calcutta for business management. I asked them, why are you here, guys? Because you could have done MTech, so why are you doing MBA? So the main problem, so when I'm talking to them and also I'm talking to all my friends who are now joining the industries, now they say, see, IT is basically what? IT is a tool to solve business problem, right? A business problem, or say if you join NASA or DRDO or ISRO, then you are solving very high-tech technology of, you know, rocket science and all. Apart from that, In a general sense, whenever you are applying some IT tool, you are applying to a business scenario, right? Because we cannot live without business. Something is producing for you, whatever you are using, you are a consumer at the end of the day. From morning to night, you think you are using some products or services, someone is making for it you, someone is selling to you, then you are getting it, you are using it. So everything is very business oriented, okay? Everything, the world is going around business only. So now, when who are the clients of these IT companies? TCS or Wipro, Cognizant, name Amazon, whatever, yeah, IBM, etc. So who are the clients actually? They are the business people. They are facing some problem in their business. That is why they are taking the help of the IT companies to solve that problem. We name it as in short, it is called business consultancy. So consultancy can be in anywhere, HR, marketing, finance, wherever, okay. So, but in a nutshell, it is business consultancy. Consultancy means what? Like medical consult, you go to doctor to cure your disease. So to solve a business problem, you go to one business analyst. So I am facing problem, my revenue is not generating, or I am getting loss, not getting profit, what to do? What to do? This is a problem. So who's going to solve? The business analyst. With the help of IT tools. Okay? So now, when the client is telling their business problem to the people, if they do not know any kind of business knowledge, will they be able to understand what is the problem properly? No. Then how they will make the model and how they will solve? Say I have an interpreter over there, like for example, I often give this example to my students to better understand. Say you know English, but you may not know French. Now you're going to France, then you will need an interpreter to interpret your things, right? So this is the business analytics students actually, when they will go to the industry, they will work as the interpreter basically. You will learn from the client what is the business problem. You will understand better than the BTech holders. Why? Because you have those domain expertise and knowledges of marketing, operations, HR, and finance. They don't have. So you will understand the problem in a better sense. Then you can translate to the IT guys sitting over there in their IT nomenclature. Boss, this is the problem you have to do. You have to run this software, you do this and give the solution. They will apply their IT skills because BTechs are there. Their jobs are not, you are not going to take their jobs. Please understand. You are not going to take away the jobs of BTechs, BCAs or BSc ITs. No. You are the separate set of people. You are translating the problem to the BTech guys. They will solve, they will model, they will do. Then they will deliver the solution to you. You have to take the solution from them and go to the client and to present. So French people will not understand English. English people will not understand the French. So if you explain to your clients with all technical terms and all, will they be able to understand? Simply no. So you are the responsible to translate those technical things, convert this to lucid business language so that your clients can understand. So now, quick question for an interpreter, say English to French or French to English, what is required? He or she has to know both the languages, otherwise he won't be able to translate. Similarly, you guys have to know both the knowledges equally well, IT and as well as the business knowledge. So you are actually a cocktail or mocktail, whatever of two things, two good things blending together, and you are producing this. Okay? So this is I've written, you can see, solve problem in a data-driven manner, always in IT manner. Okay? So next, that is why see, this course is a confluence of 3 basic skills, which is business management, I told you already, information technology, and also you have to have some quantitative methods and logical reasoning. So 3 things you have to know, and so our syllabus is formed in this way. First, information technology. Look, what are the courses we are going to teach you? Introduction to R, Introduction to Spreadsheets. Introduction to R is a programming language. How many of you had computer science in 11, 12? Please raise your hand. Any one of you? No. So this will be a new thing to you, the programming. So basic programming you have to know. Then introduction to spreadsheets for data management, and then database management system, data visualization with Tableau, blockchain and AI for business, then predictive analytics, social media analytics, time series modeling, big data analytics, and management information systems. Okay? So after this, now we will learn all these business management courses too. See, principles of management, microeconomics, financial accounting, environmental management, macroeconomics, managerial accounting, financial management, marketing management, organizational behavior, people management, operations management, and business ethics and CSR. So two things will be there in hand, okay? So normal BBA students will not have so many IT courses in their curriculum. Okay, so that is the unique to you is database management system. They are not learning this. Then predictive analytics, social media analytics, time series, big data. These are all for them. These are all electives. They may choose in the later semester, but we want our students to learn as a core subject because these are very, very important skill sets you should have. So that is why we have included these with in the core subjects, okay? And one interesting thing over here, we have recently tied up with IBM for predictive analytics, social media analytics, and big data analytics. So we teach IBM curriculum. All the faculties of IS and analytics are IBM trained, okay? We have all certifications of the IBM certifications. So we are teaching you and we'll guide you how to sit for the examinations for IBM certifications. So I want my all students to have these IBM certifications when you apply for the job, okay? So this is extra other than the normal, end-term questions paper, okay? And then quantitative methods, we have mathematics and statistics in first year, and for logical reasoning, you have critical thinking and design thinking. Okay, these two are very, very important things. So we are having in 3 and 4. Next, communication skills you have to build. That is why written analysis of communication is there and verbal analysis of communication is there. Written, that Meenakshi ma'am can tell you in detail what is this kind of, because she is the communication teacher. She knows this is written analysis and why this is important. Meenakshi, when you will tell, just explain them. And there is one called foreign language. What is this? Foreign language is not compulsory, but we have a very good language center. So we offer French, German, Spanish, and Mandarin. So if you are interested, you can take it as an optional elective. Okay, optional elective. This will be added to your transcripts, but this is not compulsory for you. If you don't do it, no problem. You will get the degree as it is. But if you do it, it will be added to your transcripts that you know a certain language. So this is, you have to decide at the very beginning and let me know whether you want to opt for any foreign language or not. And you cannot drop in the midway. If you take it, you have to finish it. Clear? So you have to decide now whether you have to take one foreign language or not. You have to give the exam, you have to pass those, okay? So everything you have to take these subjects very seriously. It is not that you're taking in now and now you're dropping in the second year, ma'am, I don't want to do it. No. If you decide you have to learn, you learn it properly through all the 4 semesters, yeah? So now third year in what will happen? In the semester 5, we have strategic management and capstone, and STEM 6, we have international business. And these are very important. Interdisciplinary cross electives will allow you to take cross electives from other schools. So what are these? We have, how many schools we have, you know? Apart from business school, any idea? We have law school. So you may ask me why law is important, but if you can talk with those seniors, many people are taking, corporate law as the elective because they want to know what is going on, what is the, or trade law, you can take international trade law if you're interested in pursuing in an international business domain, if you want to, do something, learning of law. Then you can take, there is a JSIA, Jindal School of International Affairs. So from there you can take some international courses. And then you can, journalism school is there, literature, language. So we allow, why we are allowing all this? Because we want that our students to know a little bit of other knowledges as well apart from business and IT. So this is just open for them. So if you want to take, you can take till 15 credits, so we allow, okay. But the related courses of business management will be taken into consideration for your specialization. For example, if someone is taking some HR course from, say, JIBS, Jindal Institute of Behavioral Science, so you may take HR analytics from their school. So now the students, my second year students, they are taking electives from JIBS. Say, ma'am, this HR analytics course is very good there. They come to know from their friends. So yes, okay, no problem. So if you want to learn HR analytics from JIBS, it's okay, welcome. Or you can take, say, financial analytics course. You can get a very good financial course in, say, JSBF, Jindal School of Business and Finance. So you can take that course, but you need my approval. My means I'm the AD, so that is why you need my approval. If I say, yes, you can take this course from this school, then you can take that course and this will be added to your transcript. So you may not take financial analytics from our school because you are taken all finance school from our school. Now you want to venture out from other schools' professors and learn to know what they are teaching there. So you may be curious to know. So you can take one course from JSBA or JIBS, no problem in that. Clear? Clear up to this is clear, I guess? Marketing analytics we'll only offer because there is no other school in Jindal who is offering marketing analytics. So for marketing analytics, you have to rely on our teachers only. Okay, and also same case with operations and supply chain management. So this is we only offer from our school. So these two domains we offer. Finance and HR you can take from other school, not an issue. Now 4th years are full of electives. Okay, so these are domain-specific electives and this is analytics-specific. What is domain-specific? Domains means when we talk about business, we have 4 major domains: HR, operations, finance, and marketing. So for all HR analytics, marketing analytics, retail management, sports analytics, this is very fascinating. So many people wanted to have the sports analytics. So one of our professors has offered sports analytics for this semester. So it is available in the spring semester. So that is not a problem. So the entire academic year is divided into fall and spring. So some electives we offer in fall, some in spring. Okay. So this kind of portfolio optimization again from finance, financial risk management again from finance professionals will then options derivative, okay. And from operations domain you can have operations research, supply chain optimization. Then from marketing as a sales and distribution, retail management, these are from marketing domain. So these are all domain specific. Why this is required? Because see, you will acquire your skill, but you have to apply somewhere, isn't it? Where to apply. So when you go to OCS, there is Mr. Mohan will ask which kind of company you want. Then you have to specifically say, I want to be in HR or marketing or finance. Then accordingly, your skill set will be mapped with those companies' job profile and your CV will be sent to them. Clear? So be very much clear what you want. Do you want to pursue your career in finance or marketing or HR or operations? Accordingly, you can choose your domain electives. And analytics specifics are like prescriptive analytics. Once again, prescriptive analytics is not a core subject. We offer it as an elective because it's very, technically heavy, and it is also coupled with the IBM certification. So IBM gives 4. Social, predictive, big data, and prescriptive. If you take these 4, these 3 are core, one is prescriptive. If you take this 4 and give the IBM certification, you will have the IBM certifications for that. And we are partnered with SAP, so they are offering this course, Enterprise Resource Planning. You can have a SAP certificate. And then with Amazon Web Service, AWS, we are tied up for 2 courses. This is machine learning and cloud computing. So do not confuse After knowing these electives, I am be able to get the certificate of Amazon. No. We will teach you how to get the certificates, okay? Then you have to sit for the specific industry examination. Then only you will get the certificate. So if you find any difficulty while pursuing the certification, you can talk to the professors, take their help, and get very well prepared so that you can pass at one go. This is the idea, okay? And those certifications like natural language processing, artificial neural net, Internet of Things, search engine optimization, you can have a certification from Google. There is. So choose any of the object electives, there will be one industry certification, no issue. Whether we are tied up or not, that is not your headache. You can sit for the industry certificate examination and can clear it. So when you will prepare your CV for the final placement with JGBS degree, you should have some industry certification. See, you cannot be jack of all trades, master of none. So choose properly where you want to specialize, get the certification from that specifications only. If you are very good in machine learning, take certificate for machine learning. If you want to go in cloud, then go cloud. Cyber security. So you have to choose your domain judiciously, and then you can take certifications from that particular area. Is it clear to you all? Any questions still? Any doubt? No. Okay, nice. Then we have internships. See, the social internships is compulsory. This is UGC mandate. Whether you like it or not, we want to make you social responsible. You should like it, because see, after you will become a corporate, will earn a hectic money, then what will you do? Some part you have to go to the society and give it back to them, right? To the underprivileged. So that is why we this is compulsory internship. You have to work with an NGO or a CSR wing of a corporate to understand the social problems, how the underprivileged people are missing, what you are privileged persons are having, so that you can give back some of your knowledge to them. So you can teach underprivileged children, or you can be in say any kind of social drive by Lions Club, Rotary Club, up to you. So you can choose your NGO, or you can come to OCS. They have a huge list of NGOs where you can actually work in. And lastly, corporate internships. So how many breaks will you have in your 4 years program? Just count. All summer and winter break, you can have your internships. Okay? And the corporate internships are there in a corporate house. You can have it. But the first year students, I'm telling you frankly, corporate people do not want to take the first year students because they don't know the domain knowledge. What will they do? So that is why we encourage first year students to do social internships and then, see, social internship is the first step. You are in your home, you are not going out, not in a job, under the faculties in a pampered mode. So this is the first step when you're going actually outside and working in an organization under some unknown people. Okay, make sure the company doesn't belong to your father's friend or mother's friend. So it's better to work under some unknown person and have the water, the feeling of the water, how the ocean is look like, okay, then so that you can swim later on in a better fashion, okay. Don't always be in the comfort zone of the swimming pool, I always tell. Go out of the swimming pool, jump in the pond, jump in the river, then you can swim in the ocean. Yes or no? Am I right or wrong? So, don't choose your comfort zone, better go out of your comfort zone and work, okay? And then after that, you can do your corporate internship with better knowledge, with better domain knowledge. When you will go to the second year, you will be knowing a little bit of, operations, little bit of HR, marketing and finance. With that, you can try the corporate internships. Clear? And international exposure, it is not for you or for all JGU students. We have international office, have you seen all in the ground floor itself? So we have all dedicated SAP office, semester abroad program. Study abroad program, SAP office we have in JGBS. We have a dedicated office, okay? So they, will time to time we will receive mails from them asking the applications for this. So you have short type of immersion of 15 weeks, sorry, not 15 days, summer and winter school in your summer break, or you can go for entire 6-month semester exchange in a foreign university, or you can go for pathway program. Pathway program is like 2+2, like you can go to Dickens. There's a Macquarie, there is Sydney Business School, there is in UNB is there, SMU is there. Okay, there are so many universities, so you can do the pathway program. After completion of 2 years, then you can go to other foreign universities, or you can go to directly MS program after this, okay? So pathway means a path is coming from JGBS to other foreign universities, okay? And there is dual degree options also. While having the graduation year, you can go and get the simultaneously, BBA Business Analytics from us, as well as BBA Business Analytics from Dickens as well. So this is dual degree option you are having. Clear? I'm done. So any question? So we'll come to know about the professors one by one, like in the SAP. Professor Laknath Jaisingh is there. He handles all the study abroad things. I handles the internship things of entire JGBS. And then internship, then study abroad. What else? Eh? Yeah. They will come to know one by one, not an issue. Okay, yeah. Hmm.
Commerce background. He's not studied science in last 2 years. So shall I repeat again? Okay. So my question is that is coding an important criteria to be a part of or to be able to excel in this program?
Hello? Yeah. So am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that I just firstly mentioned, so we are actually blending, okay, the two skill sets. So if somebody is they doesn't like to have to say the IT skills, so better they do the BBA general program. But the coding is very, very important. Little bit of coding. These are very fundamental, not any very advanced level coding. But they should know fundamental concepts of coding.
But
Otherwise,
then there are in the electives also, there are many programs which involve, programming, SAP
Yes,
and all that.
yes.
So, someone who's not probably computer savvy, all these kids, I don't know how good they are, but most of the kids are, as savvy as on their mobiles. I don't see many students being very articulate or very educated in terms of what the contents of these program or this specific subjects would require.
that is why we are starting from a fresh. Like when we teach the mathematics, for example, we assume they don't have mathematics in the 11 and 12.
And
So after the background, 10 background, till 10 background is required.
Do you
And
think
for
they'll be
coding,
able to,
coding we
within
start
6
from very
months,
basic.
they'll be able to scale up to?
Yeah, no issue.
Okay. And just in case, at a later stage, let's say within a month of starting the program, a child realizes his interest is not here.
Okay.
Is there an opportunity to shift to marketing or finance or any other?
Yeah, there is a
There
transfer
is?
possible.
There is a possibility. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'll just add on to what Professor Haldar mentioned. So we do not have any prerequisites as such before joining. We don't ask a child to mandatorily have a coding background or a programming background, because we understand that somebody who is studying humanities and has a very strong mathematics background also can actually come and explore. See, at the end of the day, corporates are changing, opportunities are changing, and therefore, with the demand that we have at hand and the requirements of the industry, educational institutions have a higher responsibility of encouraging this skill set. So if we create a prerequisite around it, we do not justify the education system in the country at all. Because coding is something which is not done by every school. Students are not exposed to internships. They do not know what a data scientist will talk like. So it would be unfair for us to ask this as a prerequisite that a student should have a programming background or a coding background. No. However, we also ensure that when the child is here, as she mentioned, that we would be taking care only of the fundamentals so that when they are sitting in a meeting, they understand what is being talked about. It should not appear that we are listening to some foreign language. So to that level only, to that level
Ma'am, I
only.
just explained, they'll be like an interpreter kind of job in the industry. So their job role will not be to code. For coding, there will be the BTECs, BCAs and all. The student has to just translate the business problem in a way so that the coders can understand. You cannot translate that without the knowledge of coding. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is, yeah. Because you have to, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Hi. Vikram, are you?
Yes. I'll just say one thing. So what I understand is basically everything is dependent on our curriculum. 2 years before, we didn't heard of anything called as R language for a BBA. But as the time changed, it has to be taught whether you are in business analytics, whether you are in anywhere else. 5 years before, when we passed out, there was nothing called as digital marketing. But today, either you do business analytics, either you do family business, either you do anything, you must understand what is social media marketing. How does LinkedIn, Instagram, all these things play a role in your business expansions? Can you use social media? Is there a need in your business to use social media the way it has to be done across anywhere else? So everything is dependent on curriculum, and that is why curriculum is something which is not static. The electives, all of you, if you would have got the offer letter, you would have seen we send out the semester-wise curriculum. Why do we send out? So that you have a better clarity what I will be studying in the next 8 semesters. If you ask me, things change every time. If a new faculty member comes and if he feels that I have to include a new elective, of course it has to be added and something old has to be taken out. That's the relevance of the corporate and the curriculum.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I specified for the industry certifications. Previously, people would go for the industry certification. Now it is very much required. It is very competitive now.
Yeah, just to add on to what my colleagues have said, a very good question, very valid in fact. I think all of you have to understand the in-depth response that she is expecting. I would like to clarify 2 points. One is that about the program, this is BBA Analytics. This is completely different from BTech Analytics or maybe MBA in Business Analytics. Now they'll be learning about the basics of management, which include sales, marketing, operations, including HR and so on, even finance as well. So they get to know about the whole area of management activities or the program that are being now conducted and the applicability in any organization. That is number one. Number two, they'll be working at a front end level, not a technical program where they work at the back end, where they are a data scientist or maybe they are only working with the data which is more relevant to the business but not with the client. So their jobs are more of client facing, customer interaction jobs. So these jobs, they require more of a management intervention. That is the reason they have these customer facing jobs. They will learn. They will learn. In my presentation, I'll help you understand about the role of internships. How do we choose internships, and every year on year, how do they really make progress? Not year, but say once in 6 months, how do they do? I will explain in my presentation, which I have something to discuss. I think all of you would be more interested to know this program. But then just to answer you, this is a different program, not a technical program completely in its true sense. But however, this is to manage business. This is to manage the front-end process, being a person in a team who works with the back end as well. So there is a slight difference. But then these are highly paid jobs, please understand. And also this is a 4-year program. They are equivalent to the MBAs and they get the jobs also, which goes to MBA after 4 years from now. So I will explain everything in detail. Yeah, thank you.
In addition to what Mr. Mohan just said, so when it comes to pedagogies at JGBS, we heavily emphasize on case studies. So that's one way of simulating what they are expected, and it allows the faculty members to gauge the effect of the understanding of individual child. A beautiful arrangement that we also have at Jindal Global Business School is the mentor-mentee program. Now, in this particular program, every child is tagged to a faculty member. The job of the mentor over here is to understand whether the child is facing any issues academically or otherwise. Do we require any deeper intervention when it comes to understanding? Is the kid actually enjoying or not? And the feedback is then passed on to the parents, A, B to the assistant dean of the batch, and we first of all see in-house how can we extend help. See, it's easy to come out of a problem, but we have to teach the child how to face it. Just in case if we strongly feel that no, it is unfair for us to just force it on the child. It's exactly then when we ask the parents to take a call and to have a meeting with us. Because in the first year, we definitely will hear from the students, oh, this is tough. Yes, it would be tough. It would be difficult. But coming out of it just because it is tough doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, exactly. So we ensure that we have proper checks and balances in place where we can inform and communicate with the parent with actual details and actual feedback. And if we strongly feel that no, the child should not go ahead with business analytics, we ourselves will tell you that you should take a call. Yeah. Yeah. No.
You are absolutely right, because no one more than me is handling these kind of questions. They just get carried away, and what they listen, and they make their own world. Then I have to bring them down. Literally they argue, sir, please, I have maths. Some people don't have maths. When we are saying we need something in terms of subjects, there could be some background to it. When you go to a doctor for some medicine, And if he says you have to take this medicine in the morning, this in the afternoon, this in the evening, do you question the doctor? Do you say कि नहीं sir, मैं अगर तीनों दवाई एक साथ खा लूँ तो मैं जल्दी ठीक हो जाऊँगा? You all have to understand this, because industry will not change from their requirements. If they need something, okay, they want that skill in you, correct? And that is why, while I am talking, there is a boy whom I am replying, again same thing, for same business analytics. It's in demand, people have heard about it, industry is growing, that doesn't mean even I have to do it. That doesn't mean. And we are very clear in saying, if we don't feel that somebody can do, we will not give you. Because we want you to be mentally present in the class, we don't want to see you struggling. We don't even want that there should be a situation that after the second semester somebody says and goes back to the dean requesting or to Nivedita and saying, ma'am, please, it is not happening. We want to lower all those things. And that is why we are very clear, we send you the curriculum. Nobody will ever disclose the curriculum. No institution in the country disclose the curriculum, especially when we are in the NEP 2020 first year. Because it is in the market, any competitor can see, अच्छा जिंदल में ये पढ़ाया जा रहा है business analytics में. Okay, I can also start a course. We took 6 months to design that curriculum. That if we are teaching something from 3 years to 4 years, it has to be meaningful. And I can tell you, all of you, students, as I told you, very soon, it has already started happening. You don't necessarily need a master's degree even for a starting level job. That is the requisite of the corporate sector now. If, like, let's say, if ma'am is taking some interview, it is not necessary that she needs to have an MBA. If somebody is fulfilling the purpose with business analytics at a bachelor level, at an entry level job, why will she say no? Why will she say, no, I want to have an MBA only? But you need to understand that when you pass out at a graduation level, your purpose, your target is learning, experience. You should not think, oh, I have done business analytics, I should get a job of 10 lakhs. That doesn't happen. It can happen. This year, one of my BCom students, you would be shocked. A BCom student from Jindal who is passing out this year has got a package of 21 lakhs. That boy started his studies in 2020 when it was COVID. He is from Bangalore, his name is Artham. Go on YouTube, right now you can see Artham, 21 lakhs. But that should not be the motivation to do BCom, because मैंने ये देखा कि किसी का 21 लाख का पैकेज लग गया तो मैं BCom कर लूँ. Should you do it? Never. Take inspiration, and he did it through his internships. D. Shaw. He did 2 internships in the same company, and imagine if I am able to prove my worth. Nobody is giving a charity, na? If the company would have felt that this boy is an asset to me, they paid him. But before that, you have to focus on performance. Placement will come secondary, first will come performance. And for that, we will tell you. And for that, we will help you through curriculum, through internships, through guest lectures.
Now that we are at it, can I ask one more question? Is there any possibility of having an interaction with the students who are already in this course?
I have planned it because we finished our end semester exams yesterday.
Oh,
So in the month of, let's say now end of June, I am planning for a virtual interaction because they have gone for their internships.
yeah, I was
And we do it every year. So this was first to help you interact with us as teachers. Then I will give you an opportunity to interact with your first batch and even the second batch.
perfect. Thank you.
They are the best guides.
Hello. Can I? Yeah. My question is with regard to that 2 years in India and 2 years abroad program. I've seen your curriculum. It was first 4 semesters of extensive study and balance 4 semesters of some more of like a practical sessions where they can choose. In that case, how will you synergize your, in case if they want to go abroad? Partially, some of them you have answered in your answers that the curriculum will keep changing based on their interest and inputs. So how will you synergize with the, we don't know which university they are going to go and their program will be totally different and you guys have put a lot of time and done this, you have done 6 months of analysis and brought this. So how will you synergize? Can you throw some light on that?
Yeah. Actually, that is why the first 2-year courses are all core courses. These are not electives. They cannot change. Okay, the core courses will remain same. So they will have their, experimentations in the 3rd and 4th year when the electives will come. Electives means they have to choose the electives. So there will be a basket of electives. They will bid for the elective. We have a bidding process. So first come, first serve basis, whoever will bid for the elective, they will get the elective. But the core courses will remain same for all. So, and we design the courses while we're signing with Dickens or Macquarie. Okay, so that is why these are their approved courses. That is why we can, very well, send our students to their university.
So whenever an MOU is signed with any university, it can and it will only be done once the course mapping is matching. Because when a student, let's say I'll put it, that there are minimum 150, what do we say, credits, needs to be done in 4 years. Now if a child is going abroad after 2 years, which means he or she needs to do at least 75 credits, because then only in India I can award him with that degree.
Correct.
So
Yes.
all that homework is being done
it
by
is done.
them and the study abroad team, because for us it is not important that you are going to Australia or Canada or UK.
And I myself sit with the international team when the credit mapping is done. Everything is with my signature only. So this is all legal.
So it can be a
I
3
know
plus
you
1 option.
would have taken care. It's all in, in our
Yeah,
mind.
that is
No,
why.
it's a very important
whimsically
question.
They cannot take. Yeah, not an
So
issue.
one more thing Mr. Vikram said, nobody wants a master's degree in the starting of their, when they want to join. So it's an insight for us. What do you say is 4 years, let them do the course. I thought let him complete, for example, 5th year of MBA also and go to the market. But what you suggest is 4 years, this takes some time, later they can choose to do MBA. That will
I
be a
am
more
always in
appropriate
favor,
thing.
yes, I am always in favor of an experience first, because traditionally what used to happen, 80% of the engineers after completing engineering, they go for a job because engineering is in a specialization, mechanical, civil, electrical. But it has never happened in management or commerce. We only had BCom. Correct?
Correct.
And people used to do CA. CA कर रहे हो, BCom तो side by side हो जाएगा. That was the kind of a mindset. But now the commerce management has changed in a big way. Like we have BBA honors financial markets. So for financial markets, when you have studied all those electives, until and unless you practically see them working in the sector, how that knowledge comprehends, what's the value?
That will add tremendous value.
And I have a request to all the parents, because when I meet my first batch, my second batch, and my BBA students, you need to understand and you have to help your children also understand that package should not be a main consideration while graduating and taking a job. I feel so bad, when students, they get 6.5, 7 lakhs package. That is the average package. It's not a bad package at all as a BBA. But after some time, the girl comes to me and she says, "Sir, my father is not allowing me. And can you guide me, sir, what I have to do if I want to join Jindal for MBA?" मैंने कहा, "Beta, what is the problem?" And father is very much connected to me, right from day one, like we have been speaking. I called him. I go, "Sir, your daughter came to me. And she said like this, तोमर साहब, उसको 6.5 लाख का पैकेज ऑफर हुआ है. सर 50,000, 40,000 में क्या होगा? तो MBA ही कर लेगी. ये माइंडसेट हमें चेंज करना पड़ेगा एज सोसाइटी, क्योंकि आपको भी पता है एज पेरेंट्स, इफ़ यू आर वर्किंग इन द कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर, 40 लाख MBA के बाद नहीं मिलेगा, BBA के बाद नहीं मिलेगा. वी हैव टू मेक अप टू दैट लेवल एंड एवरीथिंग विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द स्क्रैच.
That you have given an example, no? That BCom guy, he can prove an internship, he can always challenge more and take more.
That is
So that's
why,
a challenge we
that
should
is why
look at.
what she will be now talking about, how deep focus is on internship, because in 4 years, after every semester there is internship. Imagine if you are sitting for an interview and in your CV you have 6-7 different internships. Can't the person definitely judge you better? And if you have done that internship with a mindset, oh मेरे पापा के दोस्त की कंपनी थी, मैंने तो वहाँ जाके, जो इंडिया में मोस्टली होता है, तो फिर आपका वो नॉलेज वहीं पे बैकफायर हो जाएगा ना.
Thank you.
Go out of your comfort zone. Papa ki dost ki company.
We are from Chennai, my son is Advait. I am Advait Jayakumar. Thank you.
So before I start with what I have to tell, I can see 5 students who are deeply engrossed with their best friends all the time. Do you mind keeping your phone aside, please? There's something very important I'm going to tell you. So this is the...
video games right now.
It is all right. We need to prioritize what we are here for. And a JGBS classroom will typically not be very friendly with you carrying your mobile phones all the time. Of course, they can stay with you. They're your best friends, after all. But they won't be on the table, right? So get used to staying without your phone for 90 odd minutes. So I'm Meenakshi, and I'm the professor at Jindal Global Business School. I expertise in communication, written and verbal both. The very reason why we dismantled business communication was, in our country, it's a general tendency that we are teaching grammar right from class 1 till class 12, and we continue exaggerating that. So in the name of business communication, we saw that institutions were not doing justice to what a child should learn. I mean, an email etiquette is absolutely different than understanding where to use an adjective in a conjunction. So we thoroughly did a research on what kind of communication is required. And therefore, we came up with this concept of written analysis of communication and verbal analysis of communication. Now, I can see that almost each one of you are carrying your mobile phones. And I have a question for this young set. How many of you have got your Instagram profiles? Instagram profiles. Raise your hands like this. Okay.
Like this.
All right. I can just see 2 people not raising their hands, but majority of you have one, right? Excellent. That teaches us a lot, undoubtedly. You understand how consumers eye on you because you're yourself a consumer. How many of you have got a LinkedIn profile? Okay. Not as many as the ones who had Insta. Now is the time when you have to balance it and prioritize the choice of platforms you're making. You know, it's all right to have an Instagram profile, nothing bad about it. You're going to work with corporates who will be pitching their products there. It is okay. However, the first thing that we have to understand is how are we making ourselves visible to the corporate? How many of you read a business newspaper every day? One? Which one do you read? Excellent. My question was very precise. Every day. So when you say not every day, it could be once in a fortnight also. Doesn't make any sense to us. Doesn't make any sense to corporate. The interview questions have changed. You know what is the question one of my students recently got? How are you better than ChatGPT?
How are you
Better than ChatGPT. What is something that you can do what ChatGPT cannot do for me?
This was the question which
This
was
was the
asked.
question. So when you tell me that I read it once in, like, not every day, it has to be every day. It has to be like your mobile phone, your Insta profile, your LinkedIn profile, wherein you go every day. I'm going to come on to that. A little slower. She just said that she reads Times of India. Reading a Times of India is not enough. Can you mention the names of 2 business newspapers that our country reads every day? 2. Yesterday I asked 3. Sorry? Within India. As of now, within India. Wow. Wow. This is exactly what you have to change. You're aspiring for a program to enter the corporate, you don't even know where the corporate gets featured. When you say I read the business section of Times of India, you're not even reading 10%. You're clear with your aspirations, which is excellent, but what we would want to do with Office of Career and Professional Development is to tell you where you have to change. Image consulting is good. They can actually tell you about powerful dressing. They can tell you about dining and wine etiquettes. But that's not enough. When you get into a classroom, it matters how you look. It tells us your energy. It speaks a lot about what is your attitude. Similarly, when you're entering an interview room, you are the one who needs that job. They need the talent. You don't have much choices, they have choices. How many skills are we talking about in our country today? 25,000 skills mapped to 30 million jobs. How many jobs do you need? Only 1. But can you prove your mettle? Introspect yourself, see where you stand, curate a pathway. This is what OCPD does, precisely. We teach the child where to go, which platform to leverage, how to create visibility when it comes to LinkedIn. Having a profile is good, but how to actively engage with the corporates is what makes sense. How many of you are habituated to a Coke or a Pepsi every day? Or just like that, randomly do. Do you like sipping a Coke and a Pepsi? Which company is producing Coke in India? Can you name the corporate? Sorry? The name of the company that produces and markets Coke. Coca-Cola? Okay. How many products do they offer globally? Thousands? Data sciences, business analyst, aspirant cannot talk like that. You need to be specific. Coca-Cola globally produces more than 3,500 products. How many do we see in India? Start reading Economic Times, start reading Business Standard. That's what's going to take you to the level of engagement, a conversation that you can have with the corporate. When you go to a LinkedIn profile, when you look at a post, follow companies of your choice, right? Start following them. Look at what they do. And that's exactly where you will fall in love with LinkedIn more than your Insta, believe me. Insta educates you, but LinkedIn will educate you even more. Office of Career and Professional Development heavily emphasizes on the interpersonal skill development, emotional intelligence development. Why do we need to do that? You are the generation which is working with multi-generational diversity, which means there's a possibility that somebody who's aged 40 years is working under you. Should you be embarrassed? Absolutely not. It's your skill which has taken you to that level. When India was accepting digital innovations in the banking sector, there was resistance. People were not open. Today, you do not have a choice to say, sorry, I don't want to do it. You say sorry, and the corporate says, fair enough, we've got better people. We've got a better talent to substitute you. Every day, whenever you're reading about Google, Microsoft, or any other company, you read about layoffs more often than recruitment, right? What's happening there? Today is 2023 when you're aspiring for a program. By the time you graduate, the skills will change. You need to pace yourself up with this changing dynamism. In our times, we were exposed to 2 screens, a television and a laptop. Your consumer today is at 3 screens and is spending more than 20 hours on the screen. The 5 gentlemen here were spending time on the screen even as the speakers were loud enough telling things, right? So, all in all, we allow you and we help you to network professionally, building your professional profile, something which is outside the class, understanding people, understanding emotions, developing yourself as a leader for tomorrow, because that's exactly the position and role you all will aspire to do. Internships, again, networking during internships, something that Mr. Vikram told about a student grabbing a job, because you need to understand what the corporate wants from you, right? If you do not know about the company and if you do not know about corporates, question mark. We shop from Myntra, we shop from Amazon, we shop from many e-com platforms, right? But there will be lesser number of times when you would know the name of the company which is registered, which is putting these products out in the market. Sugar is a brand name that we all know of, right? Is sugar a company or is sugar a brand? Is it a company or is it a brand? Anyone? It's a brand. Which is the company? Why do you think Ghazal Alag had to come out with a name, Mama Earth? Is it a company or is it a brand again? Vinita Singh talking about sugar. Vinita Singh is the owner of sugar, right? What is the strategy that went behind putting this name sugar out instead of saying sugar as the registered company? Because this is the strategy people are using. And whenever you're reading business newspapers, you get to know where exactly are you connecting the dots in the industry. And that's exactly what makes you distinct from the rest of the business schools in the country. Sorry. You need to develop that distinctiveness when you sit in the interview and the question that you get is, how are you different from the rest of your classmates? You're 60. Why should I hire you over your friends? What is great about you? All right, you tell me that you've got 2,000 followers. Fair enough. You make sense to me. You make business for me. I am a great data content developer. How do I know that? Where do I go? To your LinkedIn profile, looking at the kind of content that you've generated in the last 1 year. Hashtagging corporates, hashtagging people, following the right set of people. So these are the trainings and workshops that OCPT delivers. We counsel the students while choosing the electives, while choosing the domain. Because your child might say that I am looking at finance, but with the experience we have as a team, we'll say, no, you're meant for marketing, go for marketing. You're going to do better there. You have a better package coming up there. आपको तो ये भी नहीं पता होगा opportunities कितना है. A marketing analytics might be having larger opportunities as compared to HR analytics. So we are the ones who serve that information. However, we empower the child to understand this. And before I conclude, and I just give a glimpse on the Industry Connect at JGBS, we also teach students how to face failures. You've been taught how to entertain success. Accept it. We train you how to accept failures. It's important. Why is it important? It's the biggest teacher of your life. When you first messed up cooking Maggie ever for the first time in your life, you may not be having that pain. But when you apply for the first company, which is of your choice, you get rejected. Painful. And the Three Idiots goes on. You don't feel sad when you don't do well, but you feel sad when your friend does even better. Corporates are becoming stringent, and life is definitely complicated there. You are the generation which is going to work with people who've been working hybrid also. It's important for you to understand how to develop teams, how to develop yourself, even when you are working hybrid, when you're not visible. So that's all what OCPDX stands. I'm going to pass it on to my colleague, Mr. Mohan, now for a glimpse on what OCS does. And after that, just a very brief about the Industry Connect at JGBS. Thank you.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you, Professor Meenakshi. Thank you. Oh, great. It's always a pleasure to interact with students, as what I've been doing since years, and also with parents. Yeah. So, yeah, we spoke so much about the academics, and then the kind of learning that you get, and then also how you're going to learn, what you're going to do. But then we talk about what you learn, where do you apply? That's where I come. Where do you really apply, and what's the outcome that you expect? This is what is important. This program is completely unique program, very different applicability that we have. You are not general BBA students or any other program. You are meant for a specific purpose with an intent. So I want you to understand very clearly what I'm going to talk. This is not what I am going to talk. This is what the corporate wanted. When you graduate, what corporates wants, yeah? Or while you are still studying, what corporate wanted you to learn is what I'm trying to bring in, yeah? I'm VN Mohan, and I take care of Office of Career Services at JGBS. Office of Career Services does various activities. We do a lot of interventions through corporates. One is that we generate internships for you, which are very important. Second is that we do a lot of corporate events, which includes even HR conclaves, guest lectures, or to that matter, one-on-one interactions that we do with the corporates. And the other activity that we do is that I personally sit with each and every student, one-on-one counseling that I do to help them understand how they can plan their career, what they are good at, how to really source internships, and what suits them. That is what I do as a one-on-one, as a career counseling. And then we also have another activity with the student that we do, that is student career representative, where students will be representing their batch and they'll be working very closely with us. And we carry forward a lot of activities through students, through these selected students. They work just like me in OCS. So that one is that they develop the connect with the recruiters. Second is that they get to know about the opportunities. Third is that they also will be working very closely with the student teams. That is very, very important. Students have to learn to work in teams. That is what encourages them. Yeah. So coming back to OCS, as I said, this program carries a lot of value in terms of the applicability. Now, every student aspires to become an analyst, but then I'm sure this stage, you may not be really aware how you're going to use it and what you're going to be. But then just for information, I'm telling you, there are marketing analysts, yeah? There are few HR analysts. There are operations people who get into analytics. There are also finance people who get into analytics, which means the entire job market which is there globally, every company needs analysts. Please understand. Yesterday I was talking to some finance students. I was saying that 50% of the jobs globally are only in banking and financial services. Rest 50% falls in all other industries. That means they are there almost in 50% of the jobs. You are there in 100% of the jobs. Because every industry needs. It's just that you need to understand, are you a marketing person? Are you a finance person? Are you HR? Are you operations guy? Who are you? what is that you wanted to pursue. So there is an element of passion in everyone. You wanted to do something. So what is the purpose of this program? That is where we come in and we'll try to help you understand and identify and write the purpose. I want to be a marketing analyst, or I want to be a financial consultant, or financial analyst, or I want to be a business consultant, or I want to be a HR consultant, or HR analyst. Yeah, so specifically. This is a 4-year program, a very different program. This is not like 3 years. Some of the parents were asking good question. We don't discourage you from doing MBA, but then corporates are looking at this program as an entry-level program where they consider as management trainees. What they used to take MBAs, now they might take you guys as a management trainee and train you. There are 2 reasons for it. One is that at little lower cost that they get. Second is that you are trainable. If they go for any MBA person, they come with a perception saying that, oh, I did graduation, now I'm a master's program. So I have set my expectations in terms of salary, in terms of role, in terms of profile, in terms of even job, and also the company. Yeah? But you guys are very clear. You know that you need to make your mark and you do it. Yeah? The other very important aspect is that internships are very, very important. They are mandatory and they are credited. Yeah? So we generate, that is what I said, we generate. And every 6 months that they are supposed to do. So you need to choose very diligently what internship that you are going to get in. Don't choose anything and everything that comes to you. That is number 1. Number 2, social internship also is mandatory because of some compliances. So yes, we do it. But then getting into the domain-wise internships are very important. Now SCRs whom I am talking about, they will be working with me, and also we also take help from the students as well. If they want to source their own internships, they can do it. I am sure most of them, some of them are maybe from business background, or some of them might be having business houses on their own, or maybe some of them maybe work in a corporate. So we also encourage students to source on their own if they are really worthwhile doing it. However, that will go through us and we allow them and we give them a NOC, that is no objection certificate, for them to pursue. Yeah? This is about internship. The other is that we do a lot of activities. Guys, you have an option, you have a advantage of working with various corporates that come on campus, not just as guest lecturer, but also during events. We conduct HR conclaves. Usually we does once in a year at least, but we wanted to increase it to twice in a year. So that increase your interaction with the recruiters. It will help you understand exactly how you're going to work and where you're going to be when you speak, when you listen to them, when you talk to them, when you interact with them. This is what is going to be, yeah? So I won't take much of the time, and just want to sum up what I said. Internships, compulsory, then we source it. Second is the career counseling that we do. Yours is a very different program, unique program. You have advantages and also the benefit of working in all sectors, all industries, any company across the globe. It's just that you have to believe in yourself and learn whatever the program content has been given. See, as I said again, I wanted to add on to the first point that what you raised. You guys are going to be the front end. Please understand. In any business, most of this generation don't want to get into sales and marketing. Everyone wants to get into either operations. I don't know what is operations mean when I don't know what is sales and marketing. Second is that everyone wanted to do digital marketing when I don't know who is my customer and how I'm going to sell my product. But everyone wanted to get into digital marketing. That's good because I call this generation as chat GPTians. They are going to learn more from it. But then I discourage completely. Why? Because your creative part is gone. So I don't encourage that. But then having said that, you guys have the front end or the face of any organization that you work. It is for one reason. You learn more about the customer interface. You learn more about the customer behavior. You learn more about the customer users and then what product they use, how they use. So use certain technologies, certain tools that you use and help them to increase their business. You are not going to write any program, nor going to create any program. You are not a data scientist, but you are a business analyst, which means sales and marketing is very important. As a parent, please encourage students to get into first marketing internships. They are very important. We all are in business, we know very well. If I have to sell a product, I need to sell. I can't hire anybody who does operation job, but not interested in sales and marketing. I don't need anybody to sit behind me and only do my accounts job, where he doesn't have any caliber or knowledge in financial accounting or any analytics that you do. So guys, very good opportunity, you are in the right place. We always help support talent and we also will encourage you to learn more and we'll connect you to the industry. This is my job, that's where I come from. Thank you. Yeah.
So we meet again, and after what Mr. Mohan has just told you, there's something unique that we emphasize on when it comes to the Industry Connect. Now we understand that internships are a great opportunity to go and connect, but that happens only once your semester ends, right? And you also have a social internship to go forward with. How do I make sure that you know how the industry speaks, what's the thinking process, and where we are today when it comes to corporates? At JGBS, we heavily emphasize on guest lectures, which are industry-led guest lectures. I'm just going to show you a few slides over here on behalf of my colleague, Dr. Sahana V. Rajan. Unfortunately, she's unable to make up over here. She's not feeling well. So we have a mandate of bringing guests in the class. Now, your child would be studying about 6 core courses in a semester. Every course has a mandate to bring minimum 2 guests in the class who talk about how this particular discipline is going to be helpful for them while they engage with the corporate. For example, if somebody is studying data visualization with Tableau, how do you apply there? How do industries apply there? That's exactly what the guest will talk about in the class. A typical session is of 90 minutes where your child understands, and it also helps you to network with these people while you're sitting on campus. How does it further helps you? In case, if it is creating interest, you can actually go back, write to them, and maybe request for an internship opportunity if it fascinates you. So these are a couple of opportunities that you get while sitting in the class. Not only with the core courses, but also with the elective courses. So you can understand that if you have 50 plus courses, it's more or less 100 people that you connect with during the course of your program over here. In the academic year, we are very proud to register 730 plus industry lectures. We do not stick to the lectures that happen at JGBS alone. This is obviously just the JGBS data, but while you are taking the lift to the academic block or otherwise, you will have screens flashing different guest lectures across the university. At JGU, we are very proud to say that minimum 10 lectures happen every day coming from the industry across different schools. And JGBS, of course, is the leader in making this benchmark with respect to any other schools at Jindal Global University itself. How does it help? Let's say you are anyways attending guest lectures at business school with respect to your courses, but there comes a journalist who talks about how analytics is used while promoting a movie, right? This is a very fascinating lecture that you find. You can actually go and attend it. You can actually sit in the class, listen to them, connect with them, network, and take it forward. So this place offers multiple opportunities when it comes to connecting with the industry. These are some of the sectors wherein we saw a glimpse on the kind of topics that we discovered in the previous academic year. Some of them being people management and startups, leading with diversity, key policy priorities around India's G20 presidency. We recently hosted G20 Sherpa here on campus also, and Mr. Kant very well articulated on what exactly are the pillars on which they are working. So there are multiple opportunities that a child gets exposed to when they are just thinking about how we can position our knowledge that we're going to get from this place back in various ways. These are some of the people that you see over here coming from renowned companies like Deloitte India, Korn Ferry, Honeybee Network, Northern Trust, Lacoste India, Fractal Analytics, etc. This is just a very indicative list that you see over here. We had Director and CEO of Udgam Logistics Private Limited. We had Ms. Sonali Dutt coming from KPMG Global. So you name an organization, you think about it, and there's a likelihood that we definitely have a connect with some of these very renowned multi-corporations in the country. Some more to go with. Now, these are the companies which represented in the form of the guest lectures that we saw. We had people coming from Amazon, HSBC, Walmart, Ambuja Cement, Tata Power. What do these people do? You know, they have their own philosophies, they have their own sense of understanding and asking you, telling you, narrating the expectations that they have from a bunch of you sitting here. They would actually tell you where we are moving. They would tell you what should you hone up yourself with. Some of the most interesting questions that our students asked were pertaining to environment, sustainability, and governance, ESG, which many corporates are now talking about, right? So it's not just merely about academic part of it, but you actually get the experiential learning when you hear from the horse's mouth as to what they do. What is it like to work, not just 9 to 6, gone are the days. Today you have to be committed to a particular project irrespective of the time. That's exactly what they come and tell you. We had another league, which was distinguished lectures. What are these? Now, in the previous slides, you've seen a representation from a particular department. Over here, we have the senior-most leadership coming up and talking about what is it to sense and be in their shoes. So we had Mr. Brijesh Singh, President, Arthur de Little, India, who talked about top 5 skills for a great career in consulting. We hosted Mr. Ritesh Tiwari, who has spent more than 20 years at KPMG Global. We also hosted Mr. Mafatlal, Vice Chairman, Arvind Mafatlal Group. So all in all, what you get as in a sense is that you just do not meet the mid-senior level, but the senior-most people also come and they also narrate. They love connecting with all of you, and they also set an expectation. So just in case, if someone of you asks a very important and interesting question, believe us, they are going to ask your details and they would be more than happy to offer you an internship. And you never know that your internship gets converted into a job. If not a job, maybe even if you want to do a consulting project or you want to write a research article, nothing stops. So all in all, it's a pool of opportunities and you have to dive in and you have to see what suits you best. And we as a system are supportive enough to make sure that we are approachable, we are accessible, and we are mentoring you from time to time. You're not abandoned, trust us. Not at all.
Just to add, so you must be wondering when we are going to get all these, okay? So the industry guest lecture will coming in time of your class only. So 2 sessions are dedicated. They have total 30 sessions in a core. One core course has 30 sessions. Out of these 30 sessions, 2 will be industry guest lecture, and 28 sessions will be delivered by the faculties of us, okay? 2 mandatory, so that can increase also. I may call, say, 5 guest lectures in my course. That is allowed. 2 minimum. Got it? And this distinguished lectures will happen in Thursday, second half. So in our timetable, this is unique also, no? In JGBS, not in all other schools are doing this. In our business school, we kept mandatorily the second half of all Thursdays empty with no class at all. So they are free to attend any kind of distinguished guest lecture at that time, and we generally conduct OCPD activities, OCS activities in that afternoon sessions of the Thursdays when all the students are free and all the faculties are also free. Yeah. Okay.
So you might hear from your seniors that Thursday is a half day. It's not. It's certainly not. One key advice that we'll have for the parents is make sure that you have the timetable of your child right straight away from the assistant dean, and there could be a likely possibility that you might receive requests for coming out, going back to their places, especially when they're in NCR on a Friday or Saturday. Don't permit it straight away. You can consult the assistant dean of the batch. She will tell you if we have some workshops planned on a Saturday. So we try leveraging as much as we can, because many people from corporates try and come and deliver something only on Saturdays. That's exactly the day when they are not so occupied. So please make sure that you're connected with the assistant dean and just take live updates from her. That's all from my side. I hope I could give you an insight on how industry networking happens at JGBS. Thank you very much.
All the faces in the front row, they look so engrossed in sleep. They are thinking, oh my God, itni padhai hoegi. There is fun also. It's not like that. We just teach you. Every day has 4 lectures. The university starts at 8 o'clock. You have one lecture of 90 minutes. Okay. There are 4 lectures with gaps, but obvious. In the evening, if you have opted for any foreign language, we give you the option of opting for Mandarin, Spanish, French, Arabic, all those, German. You can take those additionally without any cost. And you must take it, because communication is very important. When you plan to go for a semester abroad, when you plan to go for a 2+2, when you plan to go for a 3+1, you need to understand a foreign language. It will help you there. Second thing, if you are outside the class, we don't say that, okay, it's 10 o'clock, switch off the light, go to bed. No. You are adults. You know what is the value of time. If you don't know, we will teach you in a very strict manner. How? In the morning 8 a.m. class, if you come 1 minute late, they will not give you attendance. You will cry, ma'am, I have 74%. It is just 1%. She will show you the student manual and she will say, sorry, I can't do anything. This 1 minute will help you later in your future when you will go for your internship, because you cannot say to your boss, sir, I was stuck in the traffic. That is not your boss' responsibility. When you will grow in your life, that 1 minute can lead to a deduction of your half-day salary. If your parents are working, they would understand how corporate sector works. You need to understand, you sleep at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Students, life is awesome. I've spent 8 years over here. At many a times at 10 o'clock, we come over here. We see the students in the sports ground. Somebody is playing cricket, somebody is football, somebody is sitting in a group, giggling. Have fun. But when you enter the class, that is the time you need to question yourself. Am I taking the best? Number 1. Number 2, you are coming in the field of business analytics, data, correct? Figure out how much tuition fees and semester fees you are paying for 1 semester to this university. What is the cost of 1 lecture which is going onto the pocket of your mother and father? Are you taking double of it? If you are not taking, then you are not a management student. Your parents are putting a lot of money on you. And I can guarantee, this is enough. You don't need. But have that hunger to grow. When I will be making you interact with your seniors in the next month, or maybe the end of this month, connect with them. You might be thinking, oh, business analytics is this. but maybe not. Your second year senior will tell you what exactly a particular subject is. You might be thinking something else, it turns out to be something else. You don't have to wait for August. Jindal is a very, very different university in its approach. How we connect to our students, how we connect to our parents. As parents, when they join, you have the email ID of the program head. Once a month, or maybe not if once a month, at least twice in one semester, we have planned to keep such open houses virtually between the parent and the program head. You don't have to struggle कि मेरे को अपने बच्चे की attendance के लिए, performance के लिए कैसे पता करना है. We give you your own login ID and passwords when they join. Of course, they don't like. They always come, sir, ये क्या है? ये तो स्कूल में होता था. Why it is happening in the college life? ऐसा तो वहाँ नहीं होता, यहाँ नहीं होता. मेरे friend वहाँ पढ़ रहा है, वहाँ नहीं होता. We simply say, ये यहाँ होता है और यहाँ होगा. आपके parents pay करते हैं. They deserve to know where you are doing wrong, and if you are not doing wrong, you should not think why parents are sent this email. You understand, they are investing on you, we are investing on you, it is our labor also. If you are coming in the 8 a.m. class, the faculty is also coming. She also has a family. She might also have a son or a daughter who is going to the school or to the college. You cannot take things for granted. Discipline is more important. You enjoy life, you sleep at 2 o'clock, you sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, but you cannot expect your mom or dad giving you a morning wake-up call at 7:30, beta उठ जाओ 8 बजे class है. No. You will feel it when you will get it. And this is the learning of life. We try to be very clear, and that is why we are growing so fast. We don't publish ad, we don't put any kind of newspaper advertisement. We still get students from 26, 27 states because we are honest. We don't believe in hiding anything. We can give you everything. Are you ready to take? Imagine you don't know what is a business newspaper name. You are saying Times of India, Hindustan Times. आप कहाँ की बातें कर रहे हो? It's good to be on Instagram and all, but जिस करियर में आप जाना चाहते हो क्या वहां पे Instagram है? आप एक दिन में 24 घंटे में how many hours are you spending on this screen? Answer yourself, and then don't question, and then don't say, oh, he was so lucky he got it. Nobody is lucky. Everybody has 24 hours. किसी के पास 25 घंटे नहीं है. उस 24 घंटे को आप कैसे यूटिलाइज कर रहे हो और मैं कैसे यूटिलाइज कर रहा हूं, ये हमें डिसाइड करना है. और अगर मैं कर रहा हूं तो आपको ग्रज नहीं होना चाहिए. आपको ये नहीं कहना चाहिए अरे यार वो तो बहुत लकी था, सेकंड ईयर के बाद वो तो वहां चला गया, मैं यहां रह गया. वो आप रह नहीं गए, आपने चूज किया था. जब वो नॉलेज ले रहा था, गेस्ट लेक्चर अटेंड कर रहा था, एक इंडस्ट्री के साथ कनेक्ट बना रहा था, तो आपने चूज किया मैं सैटरडे संडे को घर चला जाता हूं. That should not happen. And that happens mostly with parents who are from Delhi NCR. Why? जरूरी थोड़ी हर हफ्ते मतलब घर ही आना है if we are from nearby. How will you enjoy the college life? How will you network with the people? And the best part to study in Jindal, any course, you know why Jindal is called Jindal Global? One is curriculum. Second is study abroad. Third most important factor, what makes this university different is you are not studying in a business school, you are studying in a university which has 12 different schools. There are more than 400 cross-elective subjects which you can take from law, from public policy, from banking and finance, from design thinking, from architecture, from journalism. That is why Jindal is called Jindal Global. You are studying business analytics. Tomorrow in this hall, suppose some very senior lawyer or judge comes to deliver a lecture, that invite doesn't goes to only the law school, it goes to the entire university. आप एक बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स के स्टूडेंट हो, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया डेटा साइंस की प्राइवेसी को लेके क्या रूल बना रही है, आप अटेंड करो ना, यू कैन ऐड वैल्यू टू इट, आपको भी तो पता लगेगा. दैट इज व्हाई वी कॉल इट एज जिंदल ग्लोबल. So you need to understand, if you are coming to this university, you have to keep your eyes and ears open कि मेरे आसपास चल क्या रहा है. यहां पे इतना कुछ है, आपकी एपिटाइट पे डिपेंड होगा कि आप क्या लेके जाना चाहते हो. We are very clear, we are very open, we are very helpful. We are always available because you represent us. We are very proud. We have just 10 years of legacy and imagine 10 years में एक यूनिवर्सिटी, पूरे इंडिया में इतनी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, I will not name, but आप बताओ, कुछ तो यहाँ पे ऐसा अलग हो रहा होगा ना, जो कि एक ऐसी यूनिवर्सिटी 10 साल के अंदर इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ एमिनेंस, इट्स अ वेरी बिग थिंग. That makes Jindal University commitment different. I told you how this university started. You should go back on YouTube and you should find out the video making of JGU by Dr. C. Rajkumar. He shared his entire dream. And as we speak, right now he is in US, signing up, finding out more foreign partners. Once you get to see that video, then you will really understand कि यार मेरा एडमिशन हुआ कैसी जगह है. ऐसे ही नहीं बन गया ये इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ एमिनेंस. We all have literally given our blood and sweat, all of us. And the students who did it, they have taken it. Either it is law or it is BBA or even if it is public policy. You see our students shining. But what you take from here is on you. We will have some time now for the question and answers. As I told you, there are certain policies which are very clear. 75% attendance is mandatory. 74% पे डीबार हो जाते हैं. And डीबार का मतलब होता है कि आप अगले साल वो पेपर दोगे. We are very clear. Certain rules and regulations. As parents, you have your own login ID. You can check your child's attendance, performance on daily basis. You don't have to struggle for anything. If you want to meet any of the professors, you just have to email them, कि ma'am, I am mother or father of so and so. We would like to hear something about our child. They can fix up a e-meeting, Zoom. आजकल तो सब कुछ है. You don't have to physically come over here. Your child's safety and security is very important for us. And for that reason, we need support from you. Why I say we need support from you? Because no child can go out of the main gate until and unless the parents approve their gate pass request. That's a policy. Whether you are in first year, whether you are in third year, every time you step out of the gate, either mom or dad have to give the permission. वो authority हमने आप पे डाली हुई है. Now to make it more reliable, I'll tell you what. And where is the gap? Moms are always the soft target. I have two moms sitting beside me. I know you are not soft. Oh, she's a very tough mom. Yes, he is sitting right and he's saying, uncle is saying so right. So, you know, gate pass is something, when it comes to you, don't approve it blindly. When I say don't approve it blindly, what I mean, मैं आपको बहुत हिंदी भाषा में समझाऊं. Many a times, you know what the format of gate pass is? There is an entry time, there is an exit time. Call will come. If your child is studying here, they are very smart generation. They know how to build pressure, mental pressure. मम्मी, मैंने गेट पास रिक्वेस्ट डाली थी आपको. मेरी सारी फ्रेंड्स जो है ना वो बाहर चली गई, दिल्ली जा रहे हैं, फटाफट अप्रूव करो, आपने देखा नहीं अभी तक, जल्दी से मम्मी अप्रूव करो. हाँ हाँ मैं कर रही हूँ. खट अप्रूव किया. क्यों? क्योंकि गेट पास रिक्वेस्ट आई थी 1 बजे, लेकिन एग्जिट टाइम लिखा था शाम को 6 बजे। अब आप सोचोगे अच्छा सर ऐसा भी होता है? ऐसा होता है। I don't mind they don't join Jindal for this reason or not. I don't care. But if they are coming here, they are our responsibility. We want that you should be educated. Where the people this generation have gone, whether they are here or anywhere else, don't lose trust on your child also. I keep on saying this to all parents. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने किसी के बच्चे को देखा वो ऐसा कर रहा था तो मेरे बच्चे पे भी मैं शक करूं। आज हमने जो 17-18 ईयर्स में अपने बच्चे को एथिक्स, मॉरल संस्कार दिए हैं ना, वो एकदम से नहीं खत्म होंगे। We don't say you wear this, you don't wear this, you sit like this, you don't talk to him, you don't talk to her. No. They are adults. But there is a boundary. Dare not cross that boundary. We are global, but we are Indian. There is a separate boys hostel, girls hostel. Even the cleaning staff in the girls hostel or the security is all female. As a father, you cannot enter into your daughter's hostel or the room. As a mother, you cannot enter into the boys की मेरे बेटे का room है sir, मैं room तक जाना चाहती हूँ. No, room has been shared with 2 other children also. Privacy है. अब mom dad से क्या privacy यार? But ठीक है, rule है तो rule है. What can we say? We have a very clear policy. All the hostel rooms are triple sharing. There is no concept that, okay, sir, I can pay 50,000, give me my child a double sharing room. Sir, I can pay 1 lakh, give me a single sharing room. You are coming here to stay in a hostel, not a hotel. Classrooms are all centralized AC. AC is no more a luxury now, it has become a necessity. But if we are in Delhi, Bombay, we understand. But if there are somebody who is coming from small towns, B or C class, they might feel, oh, AC hai room mein. So we try to differentiate between luxury and necessity. 1 creates loneliness, 2 makes a company, 3 creates a crowd. We should know what is happening behind the door over here. You know how COVID has impacted all of us. Some people lost their parents, some people lost their mom or dad. Everybody is stressed. But there are ways, there is Center for Wellness and Counseling, there are counselors. We have such a lively environment, I tell you, in my 8 years of association. I think you have also been for 7-8 years now. All of us has been for 6+ years. 6, 7, 8 years. There is nothing called as ragging, wagging. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता है. It's such a cool campus. You would all have fun. You will grow, and I can vouch. It will turn out to be the best years of your life. You will cry when you will go out. That's the place we have made it. But at the end, you must understand the value of investment, what your parents are doing on you. You should not take it lightly. You should not take it lightly.
We have open door policies, most importantly. Oh, I also forgot to mention, each and every professor has to have their, 2 dedicated hours for open office hours. That is, apart from the class lectures, if you have any specific doubt, you can contact the professor in their office hours. This will be mentioned in your course manual. Before starting of any course, you will receive 1 course manual with detailed description of the course, session plans, assignment details, marks breakup, everything, with the email ID, phone number, and office hours mentioned there of the respective faculty. Or apart from these 2 office hours, you can meet any professor anytime with a prior permission. No professor will say no. Till my knowledge, nobody has said no.
They will never say, you never allow them.
Yes. And this is, and also we have one concept called ALS, Additional Learning Support. So this is after the midterm examination results are out, we find who have got the poor grades, we offer them the additional learning support. This is optional. We are not forcing them to take it. We float a form. If you fill the form, you will be given extra tutorial classes. Okay, and this is not for the poor performance. Sometimes I find the toppers are also joining the ALS. They are so hungry for knowledge. So this is open to all.
And tell them there are no additional charges.
No additional charges. These are voluntary.
No, it can come. Your children can say कि वो मेरी additional classes हो रही हैं, fees है उसकी.
No, it happened with
It happened.
Oh, is it?
Yes, there are nothing called as, oh, these charges are for swimming pool, these charges are for gym and all. No. Whatever you have paid is enough. There are no extra charges. You have contact persons like us. You are just one phone call, WhatsApp or email away.
And my WhatsApp number is available, it's a global number, I say. I'm a call center.
I share the mobile numbers. I request parents not to call the assistant deans because they are in the class. There are hours for it, but then communication is open. Any other question if you have regarding anything? Everything. So I'll tell you what will happen. No, not student handbook, joining instructions.
Okay, joining.
So what will happen? We have already decided the dates. Around 24th, 25th, 26th of July, all the students who have been admitted, they will be reporting to the campus. Before that, somewhere in the first week of July, we will share a very detailed email which will share what all you get in hostel, what all you will bring, what all are the affidavits in terms of the undertakings which are signed by the parents, anti-ragging affidavits signed by the student, by the parent, document checklist, you get everything. You just have to ensure you are keeping a check on your email IDs. Nobody will call you. You have numbers of everyone, Vibha ma'am, Mini ma'am, correct? Gaurav sir, they might be connecting with you separately. So stay connected with my team. They would be always guiding you. One thing which was, the main mess serves only the vegetarian food. However, if you are fond of non-veg, like me, we have to go to the food court. It's a separate food court. We have to pay. Oh, that's a very debatable topic here. Somebody says, eggs are there, but it's up to you. Sodexo, which is a very renowned brand internationally, it manages our mess. We will be having the lunch together after this event. Once you go for a campus tour, we have a beautiful mess. Much in the menu you can even think of. You will see the student council on a weekly basis in consultation with Sodexo. The menu is being designed. You eat and we also eat the same food. So health is also a priority. We have a dedicated health center taking care of. We have 9,000 plus students. We are 1,000 faculty, close to 800 non-teaching staff. So you have got everything in terms of the necessary requirements. But what you don't need to do is take things lightly. If you are fond of sports, we have got very good infrastructure for sports. Last year, there were around, if not mistaken, if not the horses number have increased, 20 horses were being purchased by our Chancellor, Mr. Naveen Jindal, and we have a very beautiful polo ground which is very nearby. If you are keen to learn horse riding and all, you don't have to pay anything. You just have to do one thing, get up at 5 o'clock. I know it will be a tough thing, but do it. You will fall in love. Beautiful horses, polo ground, early morning, 5:30, sitting from here in the bus, going over there, utilizing your time, learning some new skill, and come back, have your breakfast, start attending the class. This is what we bring for mental fitness. So many things. Yes, sir, you are absolutely right. And you know, when you will go to the campus tour, we are very clear about the policies, like nothing is deviated anywhere. Every year your hostels will change. So all the first year students will stay in SH1, SH2, the hostels which the team will show you, okay? There is no कि sir नहीं मुझे यहाँ नहीं रहना, मुझे यहाँ रहना है, मुझे ये नहीं रहना. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. आप यहाँ जिस चीज़ के लिए आ रहे हो, पहले अपनी लाइफ की प्रायोरिटी सेट करो. रहना भी इम्पोर्टेंट है, खाना भी इम्पोर्टेंट है, सब इम्पोर्टेंट है. बट उससे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है आपकी फैकल्टी के साथ आपका कनेक्ट, आप करना क्या चाहते हो, how can we groom you, how we can develop you, make that connect. That is much better. Yes, so in the first year what we do, when they will come in July, so their section is of 90 students, 45 into 2. Roughly out of 90, I believe 60% are males, 40% are females. Maybe something like that. So out of like every room is triple sharing, correct? Now, let's say if there are 30 girls. So all 3 randomly picked for business analytics and given a room. You know your room number, ab jao, you have your roommate. From second semester onwards, there is a process of bidding. Suppose you want to change your roommate, you have made some other friend who is from the other section. And if you say, so can we stay together, we are 3? Yes, there is an online system. Maybe next year you say, sir, I have made a friend who is studying law, or I have made a friend who is studying economics. Can we stay together? Yes, we don't have any problem. For us, everything is simple. But in the first year, I have a suggestion. Stay with your own course mates. Because when you go back to your hostel, and if something is being taught inside the class, if you are not able to understand it, you can discuss it with your friend. He can add some value to it. That is our suggestion. Anything else? Mike?
So like currently for our program, this business analytics, so we have the affiliations with University of Sydney and Deakin University for 2+2. So like are there going to be more affiliations we're going to have to choose with?
Yesterday only we received an email from the Dean of the Business School, the report card of JGBS. There are 10 latest MOUs which have been signed. And why I requested all of you to join our Instagram page is for this reason, because now it is starting of June, correct? You have entire June, you have entire July with you. When you will be coming in the end of July, 2 months, if you see some new positive updates happening, you will be motivated from inside. Ki, wow, before my joining, wow, this university is there. So and so visited over there. So it keeps on adding. The more you are connected with us, the more you are relaxed to know whether you are in safe hand or not.
Okay, thank you.
What is your name?
I'm Krish.
Krish, where are you coming from?
I'm from Ghaziabad.
Ghaziabad.
Yeah.
So Krish, if I may ask you, what was your motivation to think about Jindal? It's not a tough question.
The life, basically.
Life.
The whole, the system that is followed here, you know?
Okay. That's good. All of you, have you been interviewed?
Yeah, we have.
All of you? Okay. I'll ask you one question now. All these students. When you were being interviewed at Jindal, okay, how was the interview process? Was it streamlined? Did you have to struggle anywhere? I want to take a feedback from you.
It was streamlined.
It was streamlined?
Yeah.
Did you guys face any problem anywhere? Was the team answerable? They were responding to you in time? Okay, I'm happy to know. That's the report card of my team. Thank you, everyone. So I would introduce you to my team also now. I would request, because they have been talking to you, can I request Gaurav, Abhishek, Agnish, Niyati, if you can please come over here, because you will be taking them for the campus tour now. Yeah. Just a minute. Ek second. Few members are sitting in the office. Yes, where is Taran? So I'll introduce you one by one to my beautiful team, a very hard-working team. And we will start from that side. The first gentleman as of now is Abhishek. He's with me, and Abhishek handles the MBA program primarily. With him on his right hand side is Taran. Taran is taking care of the banking and finance school, which is offering the BCom program and the MSc finance, all those courses. Then with Taran we have Akanksha, then Gaurav thought, oh my God, he missed my name. He forgot the name. No, I don't remember your name. Then we have Niyati, then we have Agnish and Mini. So you would have received calls, emails regarding the interviews and all. So these are the people who often bug you, send out your documents, they share the result. One team member is missing who has sent out the offer letter, and her name is Vibha. You all would have heard her name, right? So Vibha is off today. She is not here right now, but these are the people. We will all be taking you for the hostel visits, and after the hostel visit, we will meet in the mess. Okay? Any questions? If you have, we will still meet in the mess. We can have a chit chat over the lunch. And I would request, now I will segregate, we have planned certain things. So I would request all the female students to get up, please. The female students can get up and come over here. Okay. Can we have a photograph of all the females first? आप वहाँ से एक photograph लीजिएगा. Let the other girls also come. We all can stand over here. There are some sweet memories, which will always remain. Their first day if they join, they will always cherish. Please come this side. Can you come this side? Thank you. Okay, so who will be taking them for the hostel? Okay, so you all three will be taking them. I would request the parents of the girls to please assemble outside, and the females from here, they will be taken to the girls' hostel. And then you will be bringing them directly to the mess. Okay. Any two can go. Take, go, take them. You can interact with each other. If you join, you don't have to remember in August. You can talk, where are you from?
So that's why I made them sit in the very front in the beginning.
But did you tell them?
I have been telling them, these were the two culprits to come in first, before time.
That's good. They are not culprits.
No, they came before time, so that's why they are culprit at that point of time.
Sure, all the best. Please go with them. Now, can I request the boys to please come over here? And who all 3, 4 will be taking? Okay. एक रह जाएगा. आप मेरे साथ कीजिए. हाँ, आप मैं इसमें जाओ. आप 3 जन. Okay. It would have been tiring, for 2 hours sitting over there. You have 90 minutes classes, so be ready for this. Can we have a photograph with all of them? Are you all able to come?